Former Cardinals general manager Steve Keim went on the Colin Cowherd show and gave a phenomenal story about Nick Bosa going on his visit to the Cardinals and telling them that they are going to make a massive mistake by taking Kyler Murray over Nick Bosa. Listen to the story right here. It is absolutely phenomenal insight based on Nick Bosa saying you're going to regret this.
Colin, I have a funny story for you. When Cliff Kingsbury and I got together, to go to see players and have dinners, we went to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and had dinner with Nick Bosa prior to the draft.
Yeah.
And loved him, obviously. Our highest graded guy on the board. Amazing in every way. The only thing you had to even say was a negative was probably if he got injured in the future, which you couldn't forecast.
Yeah.
So we were leaving the dinner, and we were walking out of Mastro's in Fort Lauderdale. And I'll never forget, he puts his arm around me and Cliff Kingsbury, both of us, in basically a headlock. And he said, I think you guys are probably going to end up taking that little quarterback. And if you do, he looked over at me and said, Steve, I will haunt you for the rest of your career.
I love that.
And Colin, we got into the SUV, Cliff and I did, to go back to the hotel. And I remember we both looked at each other with wide eyes and said, man, I just said to Cliff, I said, God hope he can't catch him. And he really never did, which was a good thing.
What do you think? Do you think the Arizona Cardinals ultimately made a massive mistake by passing on Nick Bosa and drafting Kyler Murray? We already know that the Cardinals needed a quarterback at that time. They did draft Josh Rosen in the top 10 the year prior, but clearly Josh Rosen was a bust and they weren't going to move forward with him at quarterback. But should they still have drafted Nick Bosa for Defensive Player of the Year in 2022, and clearly one of the best edge players in the entire NFL, if not the best edge player? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Did they make a mistake? This is a wild story. I hope you enjoyed it.